What's goody? What's goody? This is Jason Caminero. And listen, I got a special guest that came and popped through today, man. This has been like 25 plus years, maybe 30, right? Like 30 plus years. I'm with Mr. Ryan NICASTRO, okay? Entrepreneur, family man, and is orientated with his community and is offering nothing but good insight on a healthier life on all measures and hitting you on all arenas when it comes to genuine medical
alternative holistic medicine.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Ryan NICASTRO, thank you for coming to the Caminero. Thank my brother. You know, it's a pleasure, my brother. Always, I gotta get a hug from you. Listen, man, this man has turned himself around 360 plus, twice, 4 times. We're testimonies, we're devotions, and not many of us could really sit down and talk like we are right now. And rest in peace to all those that we lost. But like I said, we're here to talk with Mr. Ryan because he has some important insight that he wants to offer, not to my followers, but his friends, families, and peoples out there that want to hear this. Mr. Ryan, I just want to say that everything that you grow, right, is organic.
Everything.
Everything. Now, the word organic to you would be what?
From the earth, without any chemical, pharmaceutical, pesticides, anything unnatural. So everything is naturally grown. I utilize like a lot of different types of farming techniques and cultures, Korean cultures, where they bring nutrients back into the soil. So fish emulsion, which is fish shit with kelp. So that's the fertilizer that you should be using and everything to that effect. But I have 147 different medicinal plants growing in my backyard by itself. So
how many?
147.
Wow.
I have 9 different types of mushrooms that you can eat. So lion's mane mushroom, which stimulates neurogenesis in your brain, increases neuroplasticity, helps you with your memory, helps any kind of like Alzheimer's, anything to that effect. When you stack that with a psilocybin and a niacin, a flushing niacin, you actually increase, for elderly people, you increase the tap test from like 55 taps per minute to like 86. So their cognitive functioning increases as well. So there's a whole bunch of different things. I don't grow any psilocybin though, so like, but everything I got is legal and natural as well. So I have lion's mane, turkey tail, chicken of the woods, wine cap, shiitake, all these different mushrooms I inoculated into wood chips in my backyard, which mycelium is the root structure of the mushroom, and that adds nutrients back to the soil, helps break down the wood chips and turn it into dirt. So
so it's like his own compost?
Yeah. So I make my own mushroom compost. I make my own compost. Last year I had 400 pounds of grapes. I had about 10 of them totes of raspberries, blackberries, mulberries, goji berries. I just got berries for days.
Berries for days. And these are all grown in your property, right?
Yeah, just a small backyard too. Probably the same size as what you got here.
Get out of here. It look massive.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you utilize it in a way that, you know, maximizes the
It looks massive. I've seen photos of it. He's going to show you a couple photos of what he has taken, like what he just mentioned, these mushrooms and whatever he mentioned, he makes them into food. Like, you're looking at a barbecue style food. Take a look.
That my chicken wings made from mushroom roots. This is some mushroom root chicken stuffed out, chicken Alfredo stuffed shells.
Stuffed shells.
So a little barbecue, but this is, I mean, even this is all organic, all natural, and it's Chinese. My boy came back from Japan and
made a General TSO.
Yeah.
With what?
With just mushrooms.
With mushrooms. It looks like General TSO.
This tastes like KFC. This is that's just oyster mushrooms.
Oyster mushrooms.
So,
and you're making delicacies out of these.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way we're supposed to eat. We're not supposed to eat stressed, decomposing, rotten flesh.
And when you say decomposing rotten flesh, you're saying the food that
I'm
eating today. I'm gonna be honest. That I'm eating today and will be considered to be what, for the people out there who don't know what
is bad. Low vibrational energy. So you're eating dead, stressed, tortured souls, expecting to be a happy, healthy soul yourself. It's counterproductive. So, but you you're taught to eat the chicken, but not the rooster. And as men, we're eating estrogen. You're eating chicken titties. You know what I mean? So it's estrogen enriched foods. It's intentionally fed to the men in this country. So you eat the chicken, but not the rooster. You eat the pig, but not the hog. Right? You eat the cow, but not the bull. You eat the lamb, but not the ram. So you're not eating any testosterone from any other animals. You're eating estrogen from a little tiny bird and a fat ass pig. You know, so that's the problem that we have in this country. We have no men. There's a lack of men. And the men in this country are being turned into females. So if you look up the word atrazine, atrazine is the #1 chemical in your tap water.
Atrazine.
So ATRAZINE.
Now, not to cut you off here, but they're adding fluoride to the water.
Fluoride is a neurotoxin, and they say it's good for your teeth, but it calcifies your pineal gland, which stops you from vibrating with higher frequencies as well. That's why you said I'm on a different level.
Yeah.
I'm vibrating on a different level because I've removed toxics out of my body. I detoxify. I make capsules that treat heavy metal detoxes. I make capsules that treat parasites. A lot of people don't even understand that they're full of parasites. And that's why
we're full of parasites, us humans.
Yeah, a lot of us are. So there's a parasite. If you have cats, for example, 60% of the population has Toxoplasmosis gondii, which is a parasite that actually comes from the cat shit. So you got floaters behind your eyes. You wear glasses. Now that's the reason why visits to the ER are increased as well during a full moon, because the parasites start hatching. So there's a lot of stuff they don't want us to know in this country. That's why every country in the world does parasite cleanses once or twice a year. Now, when you get a new puppy.
Not in the U.S., though.
No, not here. No, they don't want us.
So
the reason why is because I read this paper from 1891. It was published in the Scientific Journal in 1893. It's called The Parasitic Origins of Cancer. Cancer is a big money ticket in this country.
Yes, it is.
So they want to give us cancer in this country.
I see.
So, and they don't want us from treating it. That's why like certain pills that are anti-parasitic actually been found to stop cancer in its track, like mebendazole. So mebendazole, ivermectin, that's why they didn't want to get it out when Trump was talking about the shit before. But I don't pay attention to politics. I don't do none of that bullshit. I ain't voting for anybody to control me. I control myself.
Okay.
So,
Mr. NICASTRO.
So cancer, the word tumor.
Yes.
2 more parasites fucking in your body, laying, shitting, and pissing. Your body puts a sac around it. So a tumor is 2 or more parasites.
2 or more. So a tumor is,
that's the word.
More.
Yeah.
Tumor.
Yeah. So there's so much shit I could teach you. I mean, we don't have so much time. But
so no, I know, but you said
atrazine. Okay, so if you take a frog and you get a bucket of water with atrazine and a bucket of water without, and you get a male bullfrog that got a dick as big as his body, right? You put that frog in the atrazine, it turns into a female, starts laying eggs, and then getting fucked by the other male frog.
Oh.
That's what they're putting in their tap water. LGBTQ community, huh? Increased on the rise. Why? I mean, that's part of the plan of attack on us as men in this country too. They want to feminize us in this country. They want to demasculate us in this country because we're the ones that would do the revolution, right? We would be the one taking up arms against our government, who are doing nothing but harming us. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do is harm us. They harm us in the family court system. That's what woke me up in 2016. So do what's in the best interest of my kids. I'm a father of 10. Right? So all 10 of my kids are blessed. 4 of my kids are stressed because of the court system. But I've been vegan since 2017 because I started looking at my own research. Okay, meat makes you strong like man. I mean, and I'm Golden Glove boxer, and I had to lose 20, 30 pounds to make weight.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm below fight weight, and I have more power and more strength than I did then.
And what's your age?
I'm 44 years old.
44 years old.
Yeah. I feel like I'm 18 again.
Look at that.
So
I said what up to him this morning. He came this morning, and then I gave him, that we haven't seen each other in a while. It was just the embrace me. I was like, oh, okay. I got to get back to working out. No, but you can see that he's still fit, and he's still, and this is all because.
See, I make my own capsules. I make my own tinctures. I make specialized tinctures that help with other things. I make teas that swirl around when you make them.
So when you put this tea, what is this tea that you're...
That tea right there was specifically for somebody who had abnormal cell growth. So we'll call it abnormal cell growth, which abnormal cell growths are anything that don't belong in your body that you want to get rid of. But I make capsules. Each one of them does something specific. I make testosterone boosters that'll get you waking up like you 18 again. Like bull. So like that's a testosterone booster right there. It has 17 different herbs. Maca, Asian ginseng, horny goat roots, pine pollen. I can just name the list of every plant has medicinal benefits. So when you look at what you put in, you get out. And they don't want you to be putting in healthy stuff. They want you putting in processed, trashy garbage.
You have a lot that you do you study this?
I've been studying traditional Chinese medicine, Iranian medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, and North American shamanism, and South American, Peru, Costa Rica, and the rainforest shamanism. So I take from all across the world. But there's a pill that they've synthesized in a laboratory called ibogaine. And for anybody that's hooked on any type of opiates, it's from the iboga bark in West Africa. And if any type of opiate addiction, where you take a single use of this ibogaine and it takes it away without any symptoms of withdrawal. So anybody doing anything like that, it takes it away and you won't get sick.
So the withdrawal process
is gone.
It's gone.
It just goes in and heals you on a neurological level. But these are alternative, and technically they don't sell it in these countries. They won't let us get it. Just like the serum.
No, the reason why they're not letting us get this,
because they want us stuck in our trauma, because it creates more revenue. Hurt people, and that's what they did in the family court system to 4 of my kids. Traumatized me and 4 of my kids, expected me to spread trauma out of me.
What would you say to the New York court system as far as, for your children? Is there anything you want to say to them without being flagrant, Mr. NICASTRO?
Reform is necessary. It's needed. I mean, you guys are attacking our communities. We have the epitome of a fatherless village is the projects. We got second and first generation mothers raising their children, young men. They can't control them. They're running rampage around the projects. I mean, creating crime. So criminality is increased. Statistical disadvantages of having no father in your life is increased, which teen pregnancy is like 63% of teen pregnancy comes from fatherless homes. 68% of teen suicides come from fatherless homes. 85% of youths in detention facilities in 2019 came from fatherless homes. So we have an epidemic, and the true epidemic is single mothers raising their children and being federally funded to do so by our government. They also federally fund that attack in the family court system through the Social Security Act 458, Section 4, subsection D. It's known as Title 4D. These judges receive $25 for every $550 they collect from us in child support. So they're getting rich off the backs of our children's trauma. And I grew up in a fatherless village. It wasn't the projects, but everybody I knew around Mass and Normal, there was no dads. I had my father in the household, which I'm blessed because of it, and he bought the lot next door and turned it into a little tropical paradise. He had more trees on the block in his backyard than the entire block. And it's statistically proven and scientifically proven, the more oxygen you have, the higher your IQ, your brain functions. So coffee, for example, lowers your IQ because it lowers your oxygen levels by 50% to your brain. It also has aflatoxic mold, I think it's called. I have to look it back up and get the specific name.
It tastes so good, man.
It tastes so good, but I drink a dandelion root coffee, which dandelion root is the #1 heart medicine on the planet.
Dandelion root.
So Bayer Heart Medicine, aspirin, the owner of Bayer Heart Medicine owns Roundup Weed Control. We've been taught that it's a weed. Spray chemicals on it that cause cancer.
Wow.
Right? So they want us to kill the medicine. They don't want us to know that. So we've been tricked into thinking a bunch of lies. When every weed has medicinal benefits to it. Not just weed. Like all weeds. So, I mean, you smoke weed, you feel high. So another thing, hydrangea. Like I found a police report from Spain. These kids were stealing the hydrangea flowers. And they were selling it for $150 a pound. I'm like, well, why? So I look up the medicinal benefits of smoking hydrangea. It hits the same receptors as weed does.
Oh.
Without
Wow.
testing positive for weed. So if you want like herbal blends, I make herbal blends that you can smoke that are non-narcotic.
Hey, Ryan, where can they hit you at, Ryan?
You can hit me at Rhinestein, Albert NICASTRO with the American flag one. They got me banned on all the other profiles. Or 716-225-6796. You can text me.
But they got you banned. Why is it?
I speak too much truth.
You speak your mind?
I speak too much truth.
Did you think, honestly, you feel like you spoke too much on the Caminero effect? Or that you didn't even open up, right?
Nah, I didn't even open up.
I appreciate that because I don't want to get banned. No, but honestly.
Just don't tag me when you share it.
Yeah, you just don't tag. No, I'm just going to, I'm going to post this because honestly, Ryan has, I've spoken with Ryan numerous times, and every time I've spoken with Ryan, he's always had some form of insight in having a healthier life and how to do things organically. And we'll have, like I said, I'm going to have more of Mr. Ryan NICASTRO and of what he does. I will be at his location in his tropical paradise, and we're gonna inhale some good oxygen. You feel me? And we're gonna be with Mr. Ryan NICASTRO on the next segment on the Caminero Effect. But Mr. Ryan, thank you for stopping by, and I'll be showing them those pics that he just showed you. I'll be having those thrown on the later date. I apologize, today is a busy day, but I will have those thrown on. He'll forward those to me, and we'll get those going just to show you more of what he does in perspective. And I appreciate your time and energy, and we're going to leave with that. What is that?
This is an anti-cigarette package, so this might be bringing it over too much, but I've got 11 people that quit smoking cigarettes.
Show that again.
So that right there is a blend. It's mixed up inside the bowl, and that will treat cigarette addiction. So, and I've got multiple different people to quit smoking.
We're going to leave it there because you know what? This guy is phenomenal. He's just phenomenal. And I don't want to, there's so many haters out there. You know, the government don't like him for a reason because he's a truthful man.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to have more of Mr. Ryan NICASTRO.
Appreciate you, bro.
I love you, bro. I love you more. Love you more, bro. It's my guy.